Hi, this is Mark DeLeese, and I have a really cool upgrade of the Covert Player Pro version 3.5. Now, this is a complimentary upgrade for those who have the Covert Player Pro version, or this is also known as the opt-in version. Okay. Now, the new features that I'm releasing with 3.5 is the video skins are now available, and there's 8 different video skin sizes. Uh, just keep in mind that you must set your video dimensions to be as the same as the skin dimensions, and I'll get into this with a demonstration in a minute. I've also added, get this, really cool feature. Now you can have call to actions. So instead of an opt-in form happening at the start, pause, timer, or end of an event of the video play, now you can have call to actions instead of just an opt-in form. Well, what kind of call to actions? Well, any type of HTML. For example, order buttons, text, images and order buttons, hyperlinks, text plus buttons or whatever you want. Any HTML. And also there is a dozen or so minor fixes to this version. Okay, if you go to the dashboard of your WordPress dashboard, you click on Covert Player. Now obviously this tab here is where you can put in your own logo and Google Analytics ID. Here is you can manage all your different videos. Here you can add a new video. Here you can manage all of your web forms. And here you can add a new web form. So for example, let's click on add new video. And this page comes up here. And here is your video ID. You can change that, but I usually leave that. It's numbered each time you do a new one. And here I'll do a title. And this one I'm going to do YouTube. Now you can use Flow Player or YouTube. And this one's, I'm going to use a Superman. The new Superman movie is coming out this Friday. And so obviously I've been looking at trailers. Now the new feature here is you can add a call to action. Now what this does is that it will disable the opt-in from appearing. Now obviously if you leave all these blank right here, video start, video end, video pause, and a timer, if you leave those off, obviously all you're going to have is a video, just like a normal video. If you turn one of these on, you're going to have an opt-in form. So if I turn that on at the start, you're going to have an opt-in form appearing unless you click on this. If you click on this, the opt-in form will not appear, but what will appear is anything you put in this section right here. Okay? And I'll get into that in a minute. Let me just show you. For example, let me just put on video pause. And I'll come down here and I will select the, say the font color and the button color. You can change all these around. And the text box color is the color around the opt-in form. I'll just leave that as white. And the opt-in location, top, middle, or bottom, leave that as a form. I'll just leave this as default. And you'll see here that there's a new option here, and it's called Enable Video Skin. And you'll see when I enable that, some options come up on the right hand side. And let me just move this down. Here is the different sizes, and you can pick what you want. Now make sure if you pick one, it has to be the same dimensions in your video, and I'll show you that in a second. So for example, let me just click on YouTube. If I select YouTube, and I'm going to get this video right here, and you get the ID right here. There's the YouTube ID of the Superman movie, and let me come down here and I'll put that YouTube ID right in there. And video width, now it has to be the same when you're using a skin. It has to be the same as your skin size. So for example, 640 by 360, it has to be the same as the skin size. All right. Autoplay, sure. Okay. And the rest are going to be by default. Now, first I'm going to show you what it looks like without a skin. So let me take this off, and let me click on Save Changes. And now let me go to a page, open up and I'm going to show you what it looks like without a skin, and this is with the opt-in form happening. So if I click this here, and if I go to Video, Enable Video with Opt-in, and this is the YouTube Superman right there, and I can select an opt-in form, and this is going to be inserted on the web page. There it is right there. So let me publish this page. I'll just right click and view on a different page. And you'll see here that it looks pretty nice. it has no skin on there. Okay.
Good answer, son.
So if I click pause, there's the opt-in form there. I don't have any text up here. I can easily add some text. Your email below, and let me just save this again. Now if I refresh, there it is there. It's going to autoplay. There, enter your email below. Now you'll see here that if I go back to the settings and if I select enable skin for video and make sure your size is the same size as you have right here for your video width and your height, and just let me now with the skin on, I'll save change and let me refresh. See, there's a nice skin around that now. See that? Nice skin. Those are classic. All right, so it has a nice skin around there. Now watch how I do a call to action. If I do a call to action, I simply enable this. Now I'm just going to go to JV Zoo here, and I'm just going to grab this order button right here. For example, this is just for illustration purposes. Let me grab this order button, and I'm going to come here, and I'm going to put this call to action in right there. So there's an order button inside the call to actions. And I can come back here, and it's going to happen at the pause event. And I come down here, save the changes, and just let me go to the video, and I will refresh. It's now refreshed. It's going to auto start. Now watch when I click on pause, an order button is going to appear. See that? Isn't that cool? Very, very cool. And I can have this timed. I can have it at the end. I can have it whatever. You can also put the skip button, so enable that to skip. And let me save the changes. And so if I refresh, click on the pause, see the skip button is there. So very, very cool. Now what's also really cool is that if I go to create a page, and what's really cool is that you can also use this, the skins also work for using the generate the button. So obviously I would, pick the Superman one or what have you, and the skins work with the embed code, and just click on this and grab that embed code, copy it, and I can paste that anywhere on any other domain, and it'll show up just like this with the call to action or the opt-in form. Isn't that cool? So again, those are the major changes of the Covert Player Pro version, which is the skins, 8 different skin sizes, as well as doing a call to action, not just a opt-in form for any play event that you want. Thank you.